G'day fellas, welcome back Commanders. It's been a while, but we're back and what is this? It's a completely different map, something that I don't recognize, something that you probably don't recognize. This is all that glitters. I tell you what, it's been a while since we've been touching down in this position, but it feels good to be back home. This map, well, I shouldn't say back home, but I think this is pretty much where it all started. I remember when, back in the OG days, I didn't play a whole lot of Isthmus. It was mainly the glitters, and then I kind of switched over, but we're going to give it a run, we're going to give it a play, we're going to see how we go. I've got a little bit of a build order prepared here, so I'll do my best to explain it. As you can see, we've already got the blueprint down. We're looking pretty nice over here. Let's get to it. So, we're starting off with a bit of a walk. We're not just going here for the 3, and that's because you actually can get more metal that way. So, we're going to look to try and focus on building up that metal, and we're going to be looking to help front with some T2 units. We'll start off with our solar collector, and then after this, we're going to go into 3 wind turbines, and hope, we're going to pray to the wind gods that wind is favorable today, because I tell you what, when it's not favorable, it definitely hurts. And then after that, we'll drop our lab down, and then after that, we'll throw the solar down. And the whole idea behind this is just simply because you want to try and take advantage of when you've got low energy, and you want to try and take advantage of when you've got high energy, and we're maximizing that. So when we put down this first solar, we had really low energy, and that's why we did it. Whereas now we're going to be putting down our lab, and the hope is that we're going to be able to build up that energy bar so that we can boost out a unit super duper quickly, well, then hopefully we can have ourselves a good time. So let's get into it. Let's get into the action. Because we've got our first constructor about to come out, or rather our first Lazarus about to come out, so we're going to go ahead. I don't actually know what you can actually take and what you can't take, so I'm just going to take everything. It's probably a bad idea, so let's let's fix that up. Let's do these two. Okay, he's taking that, so we'll just come back like this, let's make sure we put ourselves on low priority, just because if we go on high priority, it could be bad, but wind is decent at the moment, so that's not too bad. We're going to ping this out just in case people aren't paying attention. We're not playing front, we're playing tech, so of course it's our job to just build up and all that kind of stuff. We also need to make sure that we put these down in the right spot. This is definitely my preferable spot when it comes to teching compared to the other side of the map, just mainly because this side you can actually touch all 5 of your cons, or all of your mexes rather, whereas you can't do that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna have to get one of these bad boys. Actually, do we need to get one of these bad boys out? No, we don't.
Under attack.
Looks like we got some gamers in the house, which is lovely to see. Hopefully they're all paying attention. Actually, I need to start paying attention. I'm gonna reclaim these guys. Let's bring this back across. And we also, this is something very important, we also need to throw one of these bad boys down. So whenever we get kind of close to max energy, we'll finish this off because it's got 15% left. But yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we do that. And now from here, we're going to look, now do we go into vehicles? I think we go into vehicles. Let's just do vehicles. I was going to throw up the question, do we go vehicles? Do we go into bots? And we're just going to go into vehicles. I think probably makes the most sense. We can reclaim everything from here. So let's start and we'll reclaim this. And our commander, he's going to do the magic. Okay, I tell you what, it's been a little bit of a tough opening, but we're okay. So, general goal here is that we want to contribute a little bit more to this game than what we used to. I'm sure you guys will remember from back in the good old days where we didn't really contribute a whole lot. So, we're looking to shift that up here. A little bit low on metal, so we're going to make sure that our commander gets ready to move. That is an interesting position right there, my friend, to be putting your winds down, but I will allow it. And let's put our T2 down. We're going to throw it. Oh, we got it. That's great to see. Okay, and now we want to eat this as well. Need to make sure everybody's eating it. Commander, he is going to get going very, very soon here. You can see we're starting to stack up a little bit on the energy side of things, so we'll just make sure that we eat into this a little bit. We should be fine here. Yep, we're still 300 underneath, so make sure everyone's doing that. And Commander, normally I'd blow right here. I think we can probably get away with it, but we're going to have to do the extra long walk here today, unfortunately. So let's make sure that we get ourselves nice and ready here. We just want to avoid our air player. He's got a bit of a weird position on the winds here, and we just want to make sure that we don't blow it up. Now, speaking of blowing it up, Commander, you're just about ready to go. 3, 2, 1, I think is probably fine. So hopefully he makes it to the edge right there. He does.
Friendly commander.
Wonderful.
Self-destructed.
Cool. So we are sitting at 4 minutes 30, so not a bad little timing here. So we're going to go with 4 Mausers to open the Prophet and the Advanced Construction Vehicle. We want to look to put pressure on the highest OS on the front, so that's going to be our game plan, or anybody who needs a little bit of assistance. So we'll make sure that we do that. We want to leave our commander here at the back as well. Let's actually start eating. So I like to eat the bots here. Can we make sure that we... Oh, I can't eat that bot. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh, and we lost our commander. Okay. So because it's so close to the because it's so close to this right here, we were eating this instead. Okay, so we're going to eat our bots here just because we don't need them. We've got enough build power here to guarantee that we'll be able to build everything with the metal that we've got. So that's really, really important for us to be able to do. So we want to be eating into that metal as much as we can. I think these guys are they guarding? I think they're guarding. So we should just be left with a single construction bot. That's all we need, because as you can see, we're still like 3x the amount here. So we've got more than enough with regard to our build power. So you can kind of see 3 different colored units down here. So we're going to do our best to come through. No time to waste is definitely not wasting any time here. Another thing that we can also look to do is potentially eat our solars, but it's not looking the best when it comes to our wind. So we will just keep that in the back of the head. Because that's our 4th one out now, so we'll just keep an eye out on it. If we can build this back up, I think, you know what, it's building up right now. Wind is kind of favorable, so we're going to go ahead and eat these solars. I think you definitely want to eat them, and I love that sound. That sound is great. That sound takes me back to Heroes of Newerth. I used to play Heroes of Newerth. Protect Mauser. Okay, a bit of a rush coming through right there. Commander's doing well.
Wasting energy.
So the whole team's wasting energy, which is lovely. That's going to give us clearance to come through and take this. And we're going to tap this as our first one. And now we're going to focus towards the front here. This is where we want to start hitting. So we want to hit the blue units, because the blue units are by far the most important, because it's the highest OS. So his control is definitely going to be the best. And that's our first unit that's come out now, or our first one. We should be able to eat into this relatively effectively. Nobody's sent us metal just yet, but we definitely will be considering paying or getting up the T2 for everybody else. So we might get one, maybe get the second one up, and then we'll look to share this off. So I'm going to move this guy up. Probably right now, I think, is a reasonable time. Actually, let's move him across this way. Then we'll send it over to air. We do need to be cautious of that commander. And all of the ticks were just coming through here, so we need to be careful with those ticks. Okay, looks like they're going to be pushing up. Okay, he's kind of going into
under attack.
That position. All right, so we've got this T2 down, so let's go and hand off. I'm just going to say... Okay, I was going to say please pay, but it looks like he is definitely paid. And because he's overpaid so much here, we're going to throw in just a couple of councils as well, just to help out. We need to make sure that our constructor's actually doing the work as well. We can bring down our Lazarus, because our Lazarus is back home. So this was the guy that we used to eat everything in the beginning. Now we can kind of, we can bring him forward here just to help out. So these are definitely doing a bit of work right here. They're definitely buying time here for No Time to Waste, who obviously cares quite a bit about time. But there's obviously quite a lot of units out here as well. So this one right here, we're going to drop on there. We've got a lot of resources stacked up, so there's definitely an argument that maybe we don't want to be eating all of our constructors so soon into the game. Maybe leave them up for a little bit longer, but I think we're still doing some pretty decent work here at the front. We'll eat this. We'll get a repair in as well. This guy's being guarded up, and we're definitely going to need to deal with those ticks. So we want to keep these guys focused down on this position. We've got the anti-radar coverage up here as well. So let's go ahead and grab some assistance. I tell you what, this is really, really annoying. The fact that anything under... Oh, ticks, a lot of ticks.
Under attack.
We'll be okay. I think we're actually fine here. He should be able to catch that. So let's put pressure on down towards this position instead. Make sure that everything's being healed up. And let's just check back in over on this side. And now we're going to give this back off to... Wait, he's building a T2. Never mind. It's okay. Not everybody knows... Oh, that was a nice snipe, actually. And we need to get you back immediately. Let's bring everybody back here. We want to make sure that we're not going to get attacked here. That's a lot of units out for green. So we want to do our best to avoid that at all costs. We could arguably get a couple more Mausers out here. But I think in the meantime... I think we probably just want to make T2 for everybody. So Commander's up there on the front. He's going to get some decent D-guns off. We can move back in as well. We want that nice little split. Okay, that should be fine for the moment. And let's go. Oh, we need to fix that right there. Energy's running a little bit low. I'm going to ask for energy from people, just because energy's about to fall.
Low power.
We probably also want to start scaling our energy as well. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll hand this off to Red. Oh, he's already at T2. Never mind. He's going to be absolutely fine. Who else is there? You over here, my friend. Hopefully he doesn't have T2. Lovely. All right, so let's bring all these guys down. We're going to bring our Lazarus up as well. Power is still low at the moment, but we will be moving into wind soon. 0 T2. Arguable. 0 T2.
Units
I mean, I was
under
going to give you T2, my friend, but... oh, is he talking about from the enemy? Maybe he's talking from the enemy. I think that could be the case. Oh, I just realized we're probably going to lose that Lazarus right there. We best back. We got to get back to that commander. I don't know what his game plan here is, because he's moved back quite far. But we're fortunately on the ball here and that we're paying attention. We need some D-guns to come in and save us. Please, D-gun, please. Thank you. Wonderful. So that should give us enough space now. And we definitely need more units down here, but at the same time, we also need to, like... I feel like we probably need to, I mean, we're scaling energy, but let's just throw down a fusion just right here. I don't like this position. We're a little bit up.
Detected.
Let's get a couple of lightning tanks out, just for the moment. So it looks like tick spam's now coming out. So we'll play in from this angle here. Pyros are now out as well. So let's get some Jags down towards the front. Definitely need a bit more BP. Also need a bit more energy as well. So let's fix that up. Maybe get you guys to guard. And we could even look to move these up like this. We don't want to... Something like that should be okay. Let's bring our Lazarus up. He got repaired, so we're all good to keep going. Let's... And as long as we can still see these units, we're going to be okay. So this is one of the lower OS players. You can see this lobby, I actually just created this lobby. I got kicked out of the top tier lobby. Dude, let me tell you what happened in the top lobby, okay? The highest rated lobby. We had a guy on our team who left at 3 minutes. And I was like, okay, guys, we should probably kick this guy. Like, you know, his mental's clearly not that good. Anyway, they gave boss to that guy. And then he kicked me from the lobby. I was like, okay, fair. Fair. But, I mean, it is what it is. What can you do? At the end of the day, if somebody, irrespective of their... I mean, it doesn't really matter if they're right. It just matters if they've got boss power or not. Once they've got boss power, that's all over, Red Rover. Okay, so we're going to put our stack of fusions over here. Whereabouts are we going to put them, actually? We could probably add in just a couple more of these bad boys for now. I'm kind of tempted to move into Starlights, but I don't want to do it just yet, because one Starlight, or like, Starlight's off... Oh, what's that? That is a Merle by the looks of it. Yeah. Oof. Oh, God, they do some damage, that is for sure. So we do want to move into Starlights, but we want to do it... I think, actually, maybe we just go right now into Starlights. Like, we can probably just scale off this. It's not the prettiest. Where are we going to put these? So, I guess you can come across here. Are we just going there? Let's do 5 wide instead. I was thinking, like, maybe... Let's do 4 wide, but I think we probably want 4 wide for the moment. And we're going to need an answer down here quickly. So let's get this up. We'll get up a single one, and then we'll guard over here. Ideally, I want to go into 2. If I can go into a second fusion, you know what? He's got T2 already out, so I feel like... Oh, jeez, that's so scary, isn't it? That is so damn scary. You can see us, we push forward like this, and immediately the ticks are looking for it. We just got to keep on the move all the time, dude. It is not nice when you're up against this, these units. Okay, let's see. If we're going to do that, let's throw in a second one, and then we'll throw in the fusion. Oh, man, I tell you what, that just misses by an inch. There's the negotiator back there, but I don't think we can really... Gosh, man. Are they crazy how much damage those negotiators do? So he's got whatchamacallit. Excuse me. He has got the ability to cloak. He's got cloaking, so we do need to be aware of that. We could think about Junoing, but I think we'll be okay without it. Let's bring these guys across. So after we finish this fusion, let's drop this right down. We could maybe do one of these, and we'll also do an anti-nuke. It's a little bit late for an anti-nuke, but I feel like we probably need to do it sooner rather than later. We could also eat the lab, actually. Let's just eat the lab. We can just rebuild it. We've got so much BP here. We're going to be fine. So the sooner we get it up, the better. We need this to get repaired, though. Does he have any nanos in here? It doesn't look like it. We also need to take this down here as well. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. We'll drop the blueprints. So now we've got that. We'll bring in our... We'll bring these guys down as well to help build. Oh, we need to make sure that you actually hold that blueprint. Okay, so second fusion's up. Wonderful. Oh, you know what we do need? We need the blueprint back here because we don't have any vehicle. We could have built a vehicle technically, but... And then we can bring everybody back down. And then that way, we're going to go into a nice big Starlight push here. So we'll do 5 Starlights. Let's start with these 5 starlights and then 10 jags and then 1, 2, 3 shredders. I think that's probably enough to at least push the front. We should be able to contest the front here. So now let's go ahead and drop these bad boys down. We'll bring you back and make sure you guard up. Wonderful. So at least we've got protection at the moment. You know, it's not the best, but at the end of the day, it's not really for everybody else. It's for us. I mean, to an extent, it's for everybody else. Let's see if we can go do some work with these, because we don't really have much information just yet. I mean, we can see units out here, but I can't see exactly where everything is. So, oh, he's going for a rattlesnake, and he's doing it out of coverage. Okay, we've got a fat boy over here to the left and a whole bunch of hounds. I tell you what, I'm a bit of a hound enjoyer, so we will absolutely allow that. But yeah, I got no idea why that's happening. Like, that is just never going to be a smart move. Like, he literally knows there's Merles out on the field right now. So we can definitely try and cover here, but as I said, like, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna. I don't think this gets up. Like, this no time to waste. I tell you what, that was an interesting one there, my brother. It's just one of those things. So, how are we going to deal with the Merle? Like, the fact that there's a Merle up and it's got coverage makes it difficult. I mean, we can see there's also a Tsar back there, so it's D-gun, cloak. Is he going to cloak? He absolutely needs to cloak right here. I can feed you E. He's got 2.7 E. He'll be fine. Let's bring this back. These guys should be up a little bit further. Let's do that. Oh, that's a lot of aircraft. That is a lot of aircraft. Bring this to the front of the queue.
Under attack. Unit lost.
We're not resigning. Do not resign. Don't worry. Where did they Juno? Yeah, oh my god, they Juno, dude. Well played to them. I was thinking about Junoing. I was like, hey, we could probably Juno. But we just didn't do it.
Friendly commander.
We're losing over on the left. We're losing over on the right here. This is a classic case of always hard to carry from the eco position, because you got to get out. You got to be making moves. And like, if the most that you're making with regard to moves is just like throwing some Mausers out onto the field, it's not really doing much, is it? Right? Like, you know, we got to be out here actually trying to contest, trying to get down, trying to get dirty. Have we got starlights? We got starlights. Lovely. Let's begin. We're gonna begin moving across now towards the enemy. Oh, they got the excuse me. They've got I can't remember the names of anything for the life of me, so I do apologize for it.
Friendly commander destroyed.
That's not good. We don't want that. Let's try and get a bit of a spread in here. That's another. Oh my god, they're just Juno's on spam right now, right on top of us as well, which is just the most painful thing. How could we counter this? I mean, technically, we could make Junos of our own. That's a cool trick. So let's just do that. At the very least, we know that we're getting absolutely destroyed by Junos. So let's, at the very least, start by Junoing them. That's a smart move. Now backline shoes up. Yeah, we got to go help over here as well, don't we? But the thing is, if the moment we do that, like, there's 1, 2, 3 players ready to go right here, and we're playing with starlights as well. That's the other thing you got to remember. So yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of trouble here in paradise. We're up to 10 jags now. And I think, like, this is definitely it at this stage. Like, we probably don't want to commit more than this. Make sure that these are all working. Let's bring you guys across here as well. We got 4 flaks out for the moment, so that's going to be more than enough. So, realistically, what else do we really need to do? I think maybe just jag spam is probably all we need at this point. So, let's keep the jags going. Oh, gosh, that's not a good sign. Was that what I think it was? I'm 99% sure that was an LRP. Yeah, it was an LRPC at 19 minutes. Okay, that is impressive. That is impressive. There's been a lot of attacks that are going on, because now it's like, how do we really push through middle now that we're kind of like, we're being stalled out here completely? I feel like we probably need to scale at this point. If we want a chance of victory, we're gonna have to scale this up. So
Tech 3 unit spotted.
Tech 3 unit spotted. Marauders. Oh my lord. Okay. Glitters has changed a lot. There's the LRPC, dude. Wow. Glitters has changed a lot since I played it. I'm gonna do my best to try and see exactly what's going on, what's good with Glitters. This is, I mean, there's an impressive amount of units that are just coming out here. And I think it might just be the fact that we're just overwhelmed. We got a little bit too much of our OS in the back of the base, not enough in the front. Let's look for another set of nanos. Let's go like that, and then bring these guys across. Do we manage to pick them off? Oh, I tell you what, we're getting absolutely picked off ourselves. How you doing back here? Not good at computer? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I mean, the thing is, like, we brought all of our units back here. We've got our player rushed a dragon, dude. Oh, I love it. I love to see it. Welcome back to Glitters, Drongo. You've been gone a little too long. Okay, Sumo, interested in covering, not able to find it. Commander doesn't go for the D-gun. We've just begun commentating our games instead of actually... Please tell me we can get the chain. Oh, God. He's built all of... Not good at computer. It's all right. It's all right. These games happen. Sometimes you're not good at computer, and some games you are. Okay. On the bright side, APHIS is almost done, right? Like that's good news. APHIS is almost done. Let's reclaim a little bit of this here. Maybe reclaim some of this. Let's get you over here. You're gonna help us just build up a little bit. What do we do after the APHIS? I mean, do we just keep making APHIS? We probably could. Let's hit one here and one back here. Oh yeah.
Long-range plasma cannon.
Why are they
targeting your units?
We didn't lose anything. I don't know why those guys are just all chilling out. I tell you what, we need more Lazarus. We need something to repair up here. Let's go grab 2 of these guys and bring them up. You guys need to all turn around though. What is going on right here? Oh, Commander, a little bit out of position, but he's okay. Please don't kill. Okay, we're fine. A little bit of a feed right there, not gonna lie. That was good. Okay, where does this one go? We've still got... Do we still have radar coverage? I don't know if we've still got radar coverage. We need to think about that. A little bit of overflow right now. Let's fix it up. We could go into a second APHIS, or we could drop down. You know what I hate? Absolutely hate having Mausers in the same control group as Starlights. That is something that is just... Oh, I tell you what, that grinds my gears. Something I shouldn't do. I should really fix myself up whenever I do that. Okay, so we've gotten that online. So now let's go ahead. We'll drop this down. Does that actually get hit by everything? I'm not sure if it does. So let's put it back over here instead. Okay, so I think we can definitely do a bit of a death push now that we've got the APHIS up. So let's go ahead and do it. How many... Now that we've got the APHIS up, do we just go ham on Starlights? I know we're up against LRPC, but we can outnumber it and counter push easily. Let's bring these guys in. I'd also just like to get just a couple of ticks on the tick spam. So that should be absolutely fine there. Let's make sure. I also want Lazarus as well, so we'll go into like 5 or 6 Lazarus. Probably a little bit more than that, actually. We could maybe push it up like that. Let's get you guys to guard, and then after that, we'll just make a couple hundred ticks. So we want to try and get line of sight, and let's see if we can take advantage of this timing. So we can just hold for the moment. This Juno still going off like crazy. Yeah, I know, it's probably... Okay, it's actually these guys down here. Okay, so we're gonna Juno down in towards them. Next Juno up almost, or very, very soon. That's probably enough Lazarus, so let's put this on repeat. And these guys are now gonna start pushing forward. So hopefully that buys us enough time. We're up to 8. I think that's enough, actually. 8, let's go a 9th one, and then we'll call that it, and then we'll just push off that. Okay, so from here now we just go straight into just Jags. Okay, so this is it. The death push. We're not resigning, not right now. Not when there's a death push coming in. No, sorry, Bob. And with that, I think we can even arguably put more of these bad... No, don't resign, don't.
Long-range plasma cannon spotted.
I win. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes, vote cancelled.
Air transport detected.
All right, here we go. How you got 34 OS? Is he talking to me? I think he's talking to me. I like that. I mean, to be fair, I feel like we did a pretty decent contribution this game. I don't feel like it was bad by any means. Where are our ticks? We need to wait for our ticks. We really can't push out into this until we've got our ticks on. We've already pushed up a little bit too far. It's okay. It's all right. We'll pull back. Okay, ticks are now in. Let's go. Get a little bit of a spread going. So many Merles back here. That's crazy. Sorry, negotiators. So many negotiators. Diplomats is what they were called back in TA for the core. Okay, let's hit them with it. Let's also just get a couple of these ones right here. Chuck them in. Now, we're going to be careful not to just throw away our Jags right now. Razor Cloak. We don't get a whole lot of... Oh my god, the ticks are getting fucking Juno'd. Oh my god, of course they're getting fucking Juno'd. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What if we, like, do them across like that? That's probably the way. I'm sitting here wondering, where's all my line of sight, dude? And all my line of sight is just dead because they're over here and they're just getting killed by the Junos. All right, let's see if we can get that push going in. Do we have radar? No, of course we don't have radar because our radar got Junoed. Let's keep adding more in, though. I feel like we should probably just be adding in 1 every 5 Jaguar cycles. Something like that. We got more problems over here. I think this is the other thing. It's like, this is part of the reason why you just, if you want to win on glitters, you're probably just going to have to play front. Just because if you play back, like, you know, you can't be 34 OS and have all of your OS at the back, right? Like, you got to be out, you got to be making moves. And yeah, there's just way too many units here. All right, I am going to do a team resign here. I'm curious, though, what your thoughts are. Is there a way that you can play a high OS position on the back line? Is it possible? Now, keep in mind, we've got a variable lobby in here, right? Like, this isn't just a whole bunch of, like, it's not an even game. So, of course, if you're playing with, like, 8 competent people, it's probably a different game. But in a lobby like this where you're looking to carry, where you're looking to be the guy that the team can rely on, can you really be playing on the back line? I think the answer is no. But I'm curious what you think. If you think it's a different answer, please write down below and let me know. Was there something better that we could have done? Because now I'm watching this, I'm looking back at it, I'm thinking, okay, maybe we just didn't have enough impact with our units. Like, maybe we should have gone into a Tsar instead, or a Fat Boy as an example. So let's jump in, we'll take a look at the replay. But my thinking is that maybe we could have gone for a more impactful unit. We probably could have gone for, like, a Tsar. And then the trouble is with a Tsar, as we... Just let's leave here. I think this was actually my lobby as well, so I'm just gonna... I don't know whether or not it will, like, if the lobby dissolves after that. I hope it doesn't. I think the lobby just dissolves after that. Oh no, that's the lobby. Okay, cool. All right, let's dive in and just take a quick look. But yeah, I mean, I think maybe if we'd gone for something more high impact, like the Tsar or Fat Boy, then maybe we're able to see, like, a bit better of a result, because the Mausers, realistically, all they did was just kind of held. They didn't really do much other than just hold, which was okay, because we were kind of holding against 3 people there. We're up against the green, blue, and dark green. But at the end of the day, you also, as I said, like, you got to be making moves, right? Like, it's not just holding. If you hold, well, I mean, the enemy's holding as well, right? And yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, so let's take a look at our start. Take a look at our... let's turn all of our sounds down as well, otherwise we're gonna get blasted. So, opening build order, I've already done the math on everything here. I know it's pretty good. I've actually tested with all 6 mexes. It's not worth it just because your build power comes too late. So 4 is probably the best that you could do. There's probably an argument that you could do 5. I'll say that right now. But yes. Did have a little bit of a deviation here just because of this, but overall timing, it's not too bad, not too bad. Normally, I'm aiming for like 4 minutes 30. If we can get 4 minutes 30 on the lab, you can see here we're a little bit behind. So normally we would be blowing over here, and then that would mean that we've already started and we pretty much finished the lab at this point, but we had to do a much larger walk because of these. I don't know whether or not we'd actually be able to, like, if we have a look here, yeah, it's hard because it's also the blueprint, and you're like, in your mind you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit these wins, and it's like those wins aren't real. So maybe we could have just blown there and be like, whoops. I probably should I should not say that out loud. Anyway, okay, so back towards the front. So it's a classic case. I mean, and you can see right here, right? Like, all of their high OS guys are all pushing towards this position. You've even got, this is interesting actually, you've got their blue player, and he's coming up towards the front even though he's the back line. I mean, I know that that's how you play on glitters now, but it's interesting that he's not taking one of those forward positions. He's taking one of those back spots instead. So I'm calling out, hey, protect Mausers. So already we're outnumbered by a mile. Now, I will also just say, in part, like, this is the consequence of playing in these type of lobbies, right? Because we've got, like, this position here, not good at computer. We don't know what his OS is, but we do know that he's pretty much brand new. He is literally just vibing, right? He is having a game and a half right now. He has got, like, he's got Taylor Swift playing in the headset. He's having a good time. That's fine. Because, like our OS is balanced out elsewhere, right? Like, we've got Red who's doing his thing. But I guess the point is, like, this guy is helping his front line. So it makes it a little bit harder because now we've got to try our best. What's their backline doing? Their backline is or their tech player, I should say, he is just doing his own thing as well. It's interesting that they've got, like, how do we lose this game? I'm just looking at the OS numbers right now. It's like, these OS numbers don't make sense. Either that or, like, these guys are... But this guy, I got no idea how we lose this. This feels like it's almost 100% in our favor. I don't even know what that balance is. I thought it was on auto balanced. When you join a lobby, it has like this auto balance functionality, right? If I just go over here and go glitters all that welcome, auto balanced, it was like off or advanced. So I guess I probably did the wrong thing. Clan then skill. I don't know. Anyway. That doesn't look right, and it's kind of surprising to see that we won, that we lost rather, despite that. But maybe it's one of those things you don't know how heavy these players are, and they're just on the way down. Like maybe this guy has been like clocked into like 0 OS, but it hasn't been revealed yet. Anyway, balance is another topic. So as I said, right, like when it comes to this position here, the Mausers aren't able to crack it. They can push it back. Okay, but at the end of the day, there's just way too many units, there's way too many troops, there's way too many threats constantly coming in, right? And you've always got to be checking yourself for these types of threats that are coming in. We've got ticks that are coming in over from this lane across towards this position. A little bit of a run-by attempt here. I think we have other units that try and come through, but I mean, we're just chipping away with Mausers. We've got a fourth, oh no, I thought this was a fourth player, it's not. This is our blue player that's coming back in, and we've got that little push-up that's happening here. So it definitely feels like the Mausers have gotten value in the sense that we've been able to buy ourselves some time, right? Like orange is helping out the front. Pink is still just doing things. So perhaps maybe we'll have to put a guide together on glitters and how to play glitters. Oh, that's all right. Look, as long as we've got a video that we can point to and say, hey, check out this guide here before you play any more. And you can see our teammate saying no T2. I don't know whether or not he's talking about the fact that we haven't given him a T2, but he's got his own T2, so it doesn't matter. But I would suspect it probably means no T2 from their backline yet, because I don't think we've seen any T2 from their backline, which is impressive. I would just say that normally in this situation, I don't know whether this is standard. Maybe you guys could mention this as well. The fact that our front line is already going T2. Like, I have seen players be fed for a T2 or T2 lab on front. But, like, me personally, I would have preferred much more if he just made units. Because, like, the Mausers excel when they've got a front line that they can sit behind and you just let them pound. That's what they want to do. And, like, when you've just got a handful of T1 units, you can't do much. Like, we're getting pressured by Jeffies here. Sorry, we're getting pressured by Rovers here. And it's like, is that really... Is that what you want in these circumstances? I think it's probably not the play. Maybe we should have gotten... Also, because he's our best player on the team, we should have gotten the T2 to him faster, right? Like, there was no point in giving the T2. I think we ended up giving the T2 here, but, like, maybe we should have given this T2 off a lot faster to Red, just obviously because he's the better player. And then that disincentivizes him from going into his own T2 lab. Maybe he was, like, looking at the time and he's like, damn, it's 9 minutes and I still don't have my T2. I guess I'm going to have to make my own, and just doesn't say anything and just does that himself. And then the consequence is that we lose out on front. So maybe I should focus on that as a way to improve the overall dynamic, I guess, is probably the best way. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know what else the play was from this position. Like, we could focus a lot more on our eco. That's the other thing to note. Like, we didn't have to send Mausers forward. The trouble is, if we didn't send Mausers forward, he's absolutely dead, bro. Like, there were so many units just sitting here waiting. Okay, so they've got the first SAR that's come through. So this SAR has arrived from... Where does this SAR come from? Has he built it himself? Has it come from... No. Where's the SAR? Oh, he's literally got a T2 lab on the front. Okay, there you go. Maybe it is a thing. As I said, it's been a while since we're on glitters, but yeah, things have definitely changed. I can't believe how far forward this lab is. Like, here, I could understand. Here, brother, you are asking for it. I can't believe you didn't just get... Yeah, anyway. And also, interesting strategy going into the Negotiators. I haven't really seen Mass Negotiator work, but if there's ever a map that Negotiator can work on, it's Glitters, because you've got these parts of the canyon. So they are able to hit, they're able to target on the cliffs, so they're quite nice in that regard. There's also an argument, maybe we should have got our own... cloaking device out earlier. I don't really like it though, just because at that point, like, you're making 350 energy and it's using up like 80 energy, right? Now, of course, he's going to be in a lot better of a position because he's already going for a fusion, he's scaled his energy, all that kind of stuff, because he's frontline. But for us to go for a jammer off 4 Mauser and a radar, I don't think it's going to be worth it. But it's definitely a consideration, though, because it does impact. But, I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter whether or not your opponent can see the Mausers. As long as your micro is good enough, it's going to be okay. Unless, technically, they're hitting you with their own Mausers. Then, of course, it does start to matter. Other than that, I don't think there's too much else to talk about. Like, as I said, it's one of those cases where, like, let's go take a look at their eco. What's their eco doing? I mean, their eco is making multiple anti-nuke. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know how we lose. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things where you can't account for. This is what happens in all welcome lobbies. Is that the best way to say it? No, I think there's other improvements that we could have made, right? Like, we were getting hit constantly with these freaking Junos, and yet we didn't really play around it. What are some of the ways that we could have played around the Juno? Number one, do these guys have the ability to make the advanced radar? They do. So I think maybe what we could have done is put the advanced radar like over here. That's a good response to the Juno at this stage, right? Because the Juno's hitting the front. Then with regard to the ticks, we can always route the ticks around the Juno. If the Junos are here, we don't care about that. We care about having our ticks on his units. So if we are able to go like two ticks over on this side, one tick or one lab over on this side, and then just like running in at an angle, we should probably look to do that in future. So we should be definitely thinking about the route of our ticks. Because that's quite a, these Junos were very, very annoying throughout the game. Who had the Juno though? It's got to be the backline, right? You don't unlock Juno until 40 OS anyway. Is it here? Is this the Juno? Where's the Juno? I wish, there's no way for, oh, here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's our frontline, or their frontline player, who's also going for the LRPC in this spot. I love it. Oh my God. Look how deep it can go, dude. That's crazy. All right, well, I think we just leave it there. Some things to take away are definitely, number one, maybe go for a bit more of an impactful unit rather than going for, say, Mausers. Maybe go for a Goliath or going for a Tsar instead. Number two, I think maybe prioritize getting T2s out to allies, especially high OS allies. Number three, scale energy a little bit earlier as well. I definitely felt like we had energy problems in this game. A lot of metal was banked up, not a whole lot of energy there to balance out for it. And it's just one of those things that, yeah, in the end, it just didn't come together. As I said, I'm still impressed the fact that we lost this. Was Orange doing work? I mean, Orange? It's always hard to know if someone's doing work, but like, this guy's like single-handedly defeating 2 people in Canyon. I don't know if that's like normal to happen in Canyon, and like somehow the frontline player over here is is literally going in T3. But anyway, it's all over the place. It's an all welcome lobby, and that's what you get. So I'll just leave it there. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.